Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sarah Sutton and the author of my two young adult romance books. One is a friends to lovers romance titled What Are Friends For, which is out now. And the other one is a fake relationship romance, and it is going to be coming out June 16th. You can find the links to both of those books in the description box below. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over the few words that I look out for every single time that I finish my clean draft. So after it's gone through betas and copy edits, this is a time where I Control F these words and find them and rework these sentences. Today's video is going to be a little bit brief. I don't have as much time to film it as I would have liked, and my SD card is running out of space. So it's going to be fast, but if you guys want a more exhaustive list on this topic, I would be more than happy to film another video for you guys at a later date, so let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and join our happy little family. I post videos every Monday and Friday, and we go live every Wednesday for writing sprints. Come the week of the 15th, we are going to have so many fun videos coming your way, so you don't want to miss that, do you? And while you're down there hitting subscribe, make sure you tap that like button as well because it really helps me out. Let's get into my words. I'm gonna start off with the easy ones first. So these are some words that I need to look out for. So I write first person past tense, and I really like to use those conversational words in my writing to kind of get that point across in the narration of my character, I guess I want to say. So I use words like just, totally, actually, all the time. And in my last book, someone mentioned to me that I overuse just a lot, and I'm like, no, that's just how I do it. And I read through and I had just and actually and totally and all those words, like those conversational sounding words, I had them in there so many times. I don't want to cut them all because, like I said, I do want to keep that conversational tone of my main character, but I do think that limiting how often I use those words is super important and something I'm going to be looking out for in the future. Yeah, we use them a lot, but like it gets repetitive if you read them all the time. This is a phrase that I actually heard from Vivian Reese. In one of her videos, she mentioned that she likes to look out for all of the and cut the word of in that sentence. So like saying, all of the Coca-Cola bottles are sitting on the shelf. You know, it could change to all the Coca-Cola bottles are sitting on the shelf. The word of is not needed. And when it comes to trimming word count, that's like so helpful for me because there are other instances where it works too. So cutting that of can be helpful and create a kind of variation in the way that sentence would have been phrased. Now, this word is one that I struggle with all the time, all of the time. It was. I don't remember which manuscript it was. I think I want to say it was, how many times am I saying it now? I want to say it was Out of My League's manuscript that I Control F to search for it, and I used the word was over 1,000 times. Not great. Was is definitely my crutch word. We all have one, I feel like, and was is definitely mine. A way that I would use that in my sentences would be I was angry, or the current was strong. You know, other examples of the word was. For like the longest time, I never saw anything wrong with it. I didn't know that there was a different way to phrase sentences like that until I met an editor who went over with me how to change and play around with sentences and variation and stuff like that, so it's not all I was, he was, she was, all that stuff. So a fun way that I love to Control F was and see all of the phrases that pop up, but I love to play around with the variation of it. I do not cut all of them. Sometimes there are sentences that just don't work if you try to rephrase it. It's just how the sentence flows, you know? How it needs to flow. But there is sometimes where playing around with the variation is really fun. I was angry, okay? You could say frustration welled within me, or the current was strong. You could say the current lashed around with the angry wind, or something along those lines, you know, something fun like that. And it adds a much more descriptive way of telling the story. Like, you know what I mean? You could say I was angry, or frustration welled inside me. You know what I mean? That it's just so much more expressive and descriptive, and it really paints the picture a lot better for the reader than I was. That's one thing. I have so much fun kind of weeding out. I love it to pieces. So even though this video is not super long, we're going to take a very quick pause for you to scroll down, subscribe if you are not already, and click that like button. Likes help so much when it comes to growing on YouTube, so it would mean the world to me if you could just do those things really quickly. Yeah, there we go. Lord have mercy. We're not going to take a pause today, just a brief intermission. So let's get back to the video. Another one that I always struggle with, I always struggle with this, is I felt. It's really hard for me to kind of take a step back and try not to do that, because I'm a sucker for, you know, doing touch in writing. I love to describe what my character is feeling, what she's smelling, what she's seeing, what she's hearing. I love it. I think that makes a very descriptive book, and it's just something I love to encounter as a reader, you know? However, I way overuse I felt. So I felt his fingertips brush my arm. I felt a raindrop splash on my cheek. I felt a pebble in my sock. Hey guys, so editing Sarah here. I don't know why this didn't occur to me when I was recording earlier, but I can say I felt in other ways too, like I felt angry or I felt sad. So that is also something that I did. It's not just touch or anything like that. It is internal too. So yeah, bear with me on that because I don't know why that totally slipped my brain, but yeah. How I correct those sentences is kind of along the same lines, just sadness well within me and all that kind of stuff. A way to like play with that variation is, so let's say our sentence is I felt the breeze. Okay, so what you could say is the breeze tickled my skin. I don't know. Or I felt the sun's rays on my back. Like the sun's rays, like sun rays, you know, like not sun rays, but rays. I felt the sun's rays on my back, and you could say the sun's rays. You could use something fun and descriptive like the sun's rays burned down my back. Or you could say the sun's rays warmed my back, or something that's descriptive and fun instead of I felt. The one thing I always love to do, I always like to, and you might see this in my books often, but when it comes to something cold, I love to reference something cold like icy fingers. The winter wind's icy fingers swept through my hair, or it was icy fingers down my skin. Something like that. I feel like that's a fun connection that I love to use, and it's super fun for me to use it, and yeah. But yeah, those are just some words that I always try to Control F and find and rework those sentences myself. It's not an exhaustive list, but if you guys wanted an exhaustive list, I could make a little like PDF document and I could put it somewhere, because I think it could be fun to just have something to reference to, I don't know, kind of look out for. I'm always looking for words to cut because I feel like I sometimes am an overwriter, or sometimes I'm looking for things that I could rephrase, because I always use I was, I felt all the time, so it needs to be rephrased every so often, you know? So if you're interested in a PDF document, leave a comment down below and maybe I can put it in the description box of my Friday video, which is going to be beta reading part 3. That's 6, but part 3. Yeah, fun stuff's going to be coming this month, so keep an eye out. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe for this video. It would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on Friday with another video, or on Wednesday with our Writing Sprints live stream. Bye. That was the fastest video I think I've ever filmed. 11 minutes. We did it. Let's do a thumbnail. People always do like this, right? I'm trying to go really fast because I have a limited amount of battery life on my SD card. I have 14 minutes and I've already been filming for 9, so we gotta keep it going.